Good evening, baseball fans. Welcome to the Taylor Memorial Park here in Brockway for DuBois Major League All-Star Baseball. We're going to kick things off today. I'm Bob Anderson. I'm joined by Nick Proietti. It's a beautiful night for baseball. Right now we're just getting the starting lineups from both teams, about to get the national anthem, so I'll save the starting lineups. But Nick, glad to be with you. It's a great day for baseball.
Absolutely gorgeous conditions here in Brockway. A little slight breezy here at Taylor Memorial Park, but again, we are ready for some playoff baseball. Again, Major League, as we are right now going to go into a national anthem. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it back to the house, take a 2-minute timeout, and be back with more right here on Connect FM.
Buck's Pizza wishes the best of luck to all of our Little League All-Stars. Your dedication and hard work has paid off, and they are proud of you. Congratulations on a great season. Buck's invites you to fuel up before the game or refuel after a delicious $7.99 pick-a-meal. Or get a family special starting at $17.99. They look forward to serving you. Find their entire menu at buckspizza.com. Good, better, Bucks.
DeLulo Transport supports our community and our Little League teams. Just like in the trucking business, the team part of teamwork is what makes winners. All of the hard work and practice has gotten you to this point, and DeLulo Transport is proud of you. So here's to all of the DuBois Little League teams. Good luck during the All-Star season, and let's play ball.
DeLulo Transport in DuBois, family owned with over 30 years experience. Their reliability to deliver on deadline is what they do best.
Each day in Pennsylvania, there's at least 15,000 children taken from their homes due to abuse or neglect. Foster parents provide homes to these needy children. Lifespan Family Services trains, supports, and compensates foster parents to address this problem. Call Lifespan Family Services today at 375-1314 or drop in at the DuBois Mall or at Lane Avenue in Punxsutawney. Lifespan Family Services, helping people help children every day. 375-1314.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Looking for a car but can't get credit? Royers has yours and we'll see that you get it. If you got an income and something down, you're approved and you're driving around.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you.
Memorial Park here, Bob Anderson and Nick Proietti here, getting ready to start things off here as we just had our national anthem. DuBois will be the home team by courtesy of a coin toss. They are wearing their white jerseys with white pants, squaring off against Brockway, which, even though they're playing on their home field, will be the visitors, and they'll bat first in their black pants and their red jerseys here. For DuBois tonight, Landon Little's going to be on the bump. He will be pitching, and we'll get to the rest of the DuBois lineup, but he'll be squaring off against a Brockway lineup that looks like this. Nolan Konendijk will lead off and catch. Cole Decker will be at shortstop. Brock Yale is playing third base. Noah Crawford will pitch and bat cleanup. Brian Zamorowski will be at second base. Quentin Lyons will be an extra hitter. Rylan Kuhar will be at first base. Braden Thompson in left field. Eli Miller in center field. Linus Chen in right field, and Lenny Freemer as an extra hitter. For DuBois, leading off will be Landon Little in pitching. Axton Carr will be at shortstop. Bryson Makey at first base. Mason Blasco will play third base. Dylan Colby at second base. Vince Davidson, an extra hitter. Jordan Lockett in left field. Max Sayers will be the extra hitter, Alex Lyle will be behind the plate. Owen Bundy, an extra hitter, Rocco Morelli in right field, and Carter Hoover in center field. So we're just about ready to get things underway here.
Couple warm-up pitches right here, as again we are underway with All-Star Playoff Baseball, Little League action here up in Brockway. Do want to take this opportunity to thank our fine sports sponsors here on Connect FM, bringing you this game tonight, and plenty of them throughout this lengthy postseason. Star Trucking, Lifespan Family Services, DeLulo Transport, Buck's Pizza, Infuse IV Bar, Napa Auto Parts, Smith Salon and Landscape, and Royers 322 Motors.
Nolan Conendike gets the introduction from the PA guy here, which happens to be an old colleague of mine, Josh and Zana over here, along with his dad, Mike and Zana. They're just right across from me, and we're ready to get started here. Landon Little pitches. That's a foul ball, hard hit foul ball down the right side of the infield here. There is an 85 pitch count in Major League Baseball, or Major Little League Baseball. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the day. That always tends to play a role.
As we are underway here, right on the dot, 6 o'clock here live at Brockway. 78 degrees, current temperature. Again, light breeze, mostly clear skies here.
Yeah, you can feel that breeze coming through the press box. Maybe that'll play a little bit of a role here. That pitch is inside from Landon Little. 1-1 count now.
As we talked about a little earlier there, Bob, again, at least compared to last week, the heat wave, it's a nice little reprieve.
Yeah, you're right about that, Nick. Boy, it would have been a hot one if we were doing this last week. 2-1 now as that ball misses just a little bit low. Henry Ho behind the plate here, joined by Tim Lyons and Joe Price calling the bases. The 2-1 pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Axton Carr over to first. And he's going to be called safe. It looks like Bryson Mackey's foot came up as it was a little bit of a high throw there, so he'll reach.
Brings up number 18, Cole.
I don't know if they'll call that an error or a base hit here. We'll keep an eye on the scoreboard.
Actually, they're going to advance a runner, I do believe, over to second. At least, I'm not sure. The plate umpire was motioning something.
Oh, no.
Or actually, no, I think it's just alignment for the umps.
Okay. All right, so a runner on first here as Landon Little delivers the first pitcher swinging. Cole Decker into center field. That's going to go in for a base hit. And Brockway has runners on first and second here right off the bat.
Runners on first and second. Now up for Brockway, number 21.
And that brings Brock Yale to the plate. Tall right-hander here, third baseman. Little looks on, gets the sign. Wines delivers. A little off-speed pitch that is fouled over the fence on the third base line. 0-1 now. With runners on first and second here.
So you hear the wind again playing an effect here.
0-1 pitch, another off-speed pitch. Going with the curveballs here to start the at bat here with Brock Yale. Brock's dad, Jason Yale, is Brockway's head coach. Used to play baseball against him. Nick, he was a big hitter. We'll see if Brock is as well. That ball is hit sharply to second base. It's bobbled, but they get the first runner, the runner it's going to second. They get him one out. Now runners on the corner. And timeout is called as Noah Crawford comes to the plate here.
Corner and one out. Now up for Brockway, number 4, Noah Crawford.
Brockway here threatening early in this first. Runners on the corners, as you mentioned, one out. Good crowd in attendance here in Brockway.
Yeah, you love to see those little tents out in the outfield. You know it's summertime. Here's a pitch delivered. The runner is going. Oh, okay, they got the guy coming to the plate. They got him. Nolan Conendike is called out at home plate as the runner at first was running to second, trying to steal. They throw to Little, and they caught Conendike too far off third. So they get the lead runner, and all of a sudden there's 2 outs here.
Brockway still threatening, though, but again, as you mentioned, 2 away.
All right, that ball is pitched in there for a ball, just a little inside. 1-1 now the count. And the 1-1 pitch. Ball, nice scoop there by the catcher, Alex Lyle. Keeping that runner at third there.
I want to mention this is game 1 for DuBois, and same with Brockway here, part of the PA District 10 tournament.
And a swing and a miss there, 2-2 now.
Chance for DuBois again out of kind of a tough situation here early on in this ball game.
Yeah, they're trying to work their way out of this one. Little gets the sign, the 2-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. Now the ball gets away from the catcher, and It looks like Yale is caught. Oh, they throw it down to third. It hits Yale in the back. He gets back to third base safely.
Brockway a little aggressive here early on the base running paths.
Yeah.
Trying to at least take that early lead.
All right, now we got a full count with 2 outs. Runner on third here. Little looks on, winds, delivers the pitch, and he gets him swinging. Strike 3. DuBois gets out of the inning there. So no runs, 1 runner left, 1 hit. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. DuBois bats will come up. You're listening to DuBois Little League Baseball on Connect FM.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Looking for a car but can't get credit? Royers has yours and we'll see that you get it. If you got an income and something down, you're approved and you're driving around.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322, yes, you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Star Trucking wishes the DuBois Little League teams good luck during the 2024 All-Star season. Right now, Star Trucking is looking for players to join their team. Now hiring day cab drivers in the Pittsburgh, Ohio, and West Virginia region. Shift work, guaranteed pay, 7 days a week hauling sand for the oil and gas industry. Apply online at startrucking.com. That's startrucking.com. Making trucking great again.
Here at Taylor Memorial Park, here Bob Anderson and Nick Proietti. We are bringing you the first game for DuBois here in the Major Little League All-Star Baseball here, squaring off against Brockway. DuBois is the home team by courtesy of a coin toss, and they'll bring their first 3 batters to the plate, at least in this inning. We got Landon Little, Axton Carr, and Bryson Makey due up. They were lucky to get out of the top of the first there without giving up any runs, Nick.
Brockway very aggressive, again threatened early on, but again kudos to this DuBois team getting it done. Now a chance for them to take the early lead here in this ball game.
All right, so Landon Little, who is the pitcher today, is going to lead things off for DuBois. First pitch from Noah Crawford is outside for a ball. 1-0 here. Just a gorgeous evening here in Taylor Memorial Park. That ball is also outside. 2-0 here. Noah Crawford trying to find the strike zone here early. And he looks on. It's 2-0 pitch. Just a bit inside that time, so 3-0 here. I would imagine Little will be taken all the way here.
Can't imagine he's got the green light.
Well, that ball is inside, so a 4-pitch walk, and Landon Little will trot to first base.
First, then no one out. Now up, number 15.
So simple as that for DuBois, lead-off walk.
Axton Carr now comes to the plate. The shortstop, another ball from Noah Crawford.
It's Crawford trying to settle on in on the mound.
Here's the 1-0, and that ball is outside, gets by the catcher, and Little will get into second easily. And all of a sudden, a runner in scoring position here for DuBois. 6 pitches so far, 6 balls here. Let's see if Noah Crawford can find the plate. That one also misses inside. 3-0 here to Axton Carr. And the 3-0 pitch. That one does hit the corner of the inside part of the plate, so 3-1 now. Sometimes it takes a little while to get the nerves out of you, Nick.
Absolutely. Again, this is a double elimination, at least style tournament.
Ooh, that ball is hit high into the shallow part of the left field, and the shortstop makes the catch. So Axton swinging there. Cole Decker makes that catch.
That's something for Crawford right there. That helps you settle down even more on the mound. Again, now finally getting that first out.
Yeah, if you can get that first one, boy, maybe that'll settle him in here. Now we got Bryson Makey up, and that ball is outside. Conan Dyke, the catcher, does a good job to keep it in front of him. Keeps Little at second base.
Little taking, again, quite the lead over on second early on.
And ball misses outside. 2-0 here. Crawford falling behind in the count here again. Bryson Makey, the right-handed first baseman for DuBois. 3-0 now as he takes another pitch outside. We're in the bottom of the first inning here. No score yet. And Bryson Makey will take a 4-pitch walk as well. And now DuBois has runners at first and second.
With one out. And
one out.
First and second. Now up, number 20, Mason Blasco.
Mason Blasco comes to the plate here, the third baseman for DuBois. The pitch is in the dirt, and both runners will advance. Runners on second and third now.
Just like that, at least lead here available for DuBois, just a few feet away.
So the Brockway team threatened to score in the first, couldn't get any runs there. That ball is up high, 2-0. We'll see if DuBois can get on the board here.
That's Crawford right now on the mound, still trying to shake off a little nerves.
2-0 pitch is down in the dirt, 3-0.
Chance here for DuBois, they at least have bases loaded here.
And the pitch. That one does hit. 3-1. Blasco just taken there. Good idea. Make them throw strikes here first. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Swing and a miss there from Blasco.
Looks like that was ball 4 right there for Blasco, but being aggressive now, full count.
Okay. Full count. 2 runners on, 1 out. And that ball is up high, and Blasco will take his free pass to first. So all of a sudden, bases loaded, and they haven't even had to really swing the bat yet. Dylan Colby comes to the plate here, the second baseman for DuBois.
That's as simple as Brockway right now. Again, just head it, at least send it home.
That ball's up high, 1-0. Infield, it looks like the corner infielders are playing in. Plays at home. That's in there for a strike. 1-1 now.
Kind of playing in as if they're anticipating Colby to lay down a bunt.
Yeah. Yeah, the middle infielders are playing back. That ball gets by the catcher, 2-1, but he does make a good play to get that and keep the runners where they are.
Kind of a short backstop that helps him out as well too, so.
It doesn't get away from you there. 2-1 now as Crawford looks on the pitch, and that is hit hard into center field. That's going to be caught, but that will bring home. 2 runners will tag up, so a sacrifice fly there. Dylan Colby gets an RBI. Hit hard.
With runners on the corners
and 2 outs now.
11,
DuBois takes a 1-0 lead as Vince Davidson comes to the plate, an extra hitter. He takes ball 1 here. Runners on second and third as the DuBois runner advances there on that pitch. That ball's hit sharp to third base. A nice play, a scoop and a throw over to first, so that will end the inning. DuBois does score 1. No hits, 1 run. And as we leave 1 inning, DuBois leads 1-0. You're listening to DuBois Little League Baseball on Connect FM.
Buck's Pizza wishes the best of luck to all of our Little League All-Stars. Your dedication and hard work has paid off, and they are proud of you. Congratulations on a great season. Buck's invites you to fuel up before the game or refuel after a delicious $7.99 pick-a-meal. Or get a family special starting at $17.99. They look forward to serving you. Find their entire menu at buckspizza.com. Good, better, Bucks.
DeLulo Transport supports our community and our Little League teams. Just like in the trucking business, the team part of teamwork is what makes winners. All of the hard work and practice has gotten you to this point, and DeLulo Transport is proud of you. So here's to all of the DuBois Little League teams. Good luck during the All-Star season, and let's play.
Memorial Memorial Park as DuBois leads 1-0 after one inning. But I think if you're Brockway, you're probably pretty happy to get out of that inning, only giving up one, Nick.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, as much as, again, Crawford struggled on the mound, again, a couple walks to start out this first inning. Absolutely, again, I think for Brockway, here's your chance. You're aggressive in that top of the first here in the second, carrying that momentum so you can regain, if not tie the game, but again, get that at least lead back here up in Brockway.
Yeah, so we're going to bring up the, let's see, the 5, 6, 7 hitters for Brockway here. Brian Zamorowski will lead things off. He's playing second base today. Shout out to head coach Brandon Lyle for DuBois, assisted by Don Morelli and Ashley Carr. Landon Little winds and fires. That ball is fouled off behind us in the press box here. Little got
see a little souvenir for the fans here.
Yeah, lucky fan there. Little was lucky to get out of his own jam there in the top of the first. As he settles in, here's the 0-1 pitch. Up high, 1-1 now.
Now, what we do out in Wyoming, at least at American Legion, again, for the fans, you return the ball and you get like candy or something like that. I don't know if they do that here, but.
Well, that might get more foul balls back quicker. Anyhow, that ball's outside, 2-1 now. Brockway was able to get the first two runners on in the first, but then DuBois settled in thanks to a base running error from Brockway. That ball's in the dirt, 3-0.
Actually, correct you on that one. 3-1 right now for Brockway.
Thank you, Nick. Yep, 3-0. As we get that breeze blowing through here.
Feels a lot very nice compared to the high 90s last week.
All right, that's a ball. So Zamorowski will take a pass to first base as they try to tie this game up. 1-0 right now, DuBois here in the top of the second. Here's Little's first pitch. That ball's fouled off by right-hander Rylan Kuhar, who's playing first base for Brockway tonight. Quentin Lyons. That was Zamorowski who walked. Thank you, Josh, for correcting me there. Quentin Lyons, the extra hitter. He hits that one into right field. That'll drop for a base hit. And that'll advance the runner to second. First and second again to start this inning here, Nick.
Again, with no one out here as well. Again, here's a chance for Brockway, as I mentioned, again, tie up this ball game if not take the lead.
That's right.
And again, this is not do or die for either team. Again, whoever loses this contest, again, you just want to avoid that loser bracket.
Yeah, we're talking about double elimination in this. That ball's in for strike one to Rylan Kuhar.
I want to mention very quickly, looking at the potential matchups again between DuBois and Brockway. Winner, again, we'll take on at least the winner of Warren and I believe St. Mary's Porter McKean.
That ball's in the dirt, and the runner at second will advance to third. Now we have runners on the corners here with no outs. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rylan Kuhar as he tries to tie this game up with a base hit, perhaps. Here's the 1-1 offering inside. Runner at first stays there, 2-1.
He threatened. Got a throw down from DuBois.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That swung on and hit into right field again. It gets past the right fielder. There's going to be a play at third here. The throw, and he is safe at third. Just got in under the tag there, and now Brockway ties it up as Kuhar delivers the RBI.
Now up for Brockway, number 12, Braden Thompson.
Here we go. All the momentum now shifts to Brockway. Again, tied up this ball game. Nobody out. Runners still on the corners.
Braden Thompson, the left fielder, stands in, and the pitch. He's late on that one. Runner's going to advance to second. No throw from DuBois there. 0-1 now to Braden Thompson. Little winds and fires. Strike 2 as Thompson is late on his swing again.
Now we see again him getting a little comfortable on the mound, trying to get out of this position.
And the pitch is in the dirt. Good scoop there from Lyle to keep it in front of him. We got Quentin Lyons on third base there. Rylan Kuhar on second. No outs here as Brockway tries to take the lead. Here's the pitch inside. Thompson just gets out of the way of that one.
Got a pirouette out of the way on that one. Can even count at 2-2 here.
And the pitch. Inside again. So now all of a sudden it's a full count. First base is open, but after getting ahead in the count 0-2, boy, that strikeout would come in handy here. Here's the 3-2 offering, and that is down low, and Brockway loads him up. Braden Thompson takes the free pass.
As you hear the local faithful for Brockway getting loud and proud again, as right now nobody out, bases loaded. Chance for Brockway to really at least bust open wide this inning.
And we got a timeout here as head coach Brandon Lau comes out, and it looks like that's going to be it for Landon Little.
As we're going to have a pitching change.
Yep. And we're going to see somebody else coming in here. I'm not sure who it is yet.
Looks like we're going to have a kind of a complete shift.
Yeah, a lot of changes here. So let's get it all sorted out, Nick. We'll take a break. You're listening to Major Little League Baseball here on Connect FM. We'll be right back after this.
DeLulo Transport supports our community and our Little League teams. Just like in the trucking business, the team part of teamwork is what makes winners. All of the hard work and practice has gotten you to this point, and DeLulo Transport is proud of you. So here's to all of the DuBois Little League teams. Good luck during the All-Star season, and let's play ball.
DeLulo Transport in DuBois, family owned with over 30 years experience. Their reliability to deliver on deadline is what they do best.
1-1 score here. So DuBois is able to get out of a jam in the first, but boy, they're going to have their work cut out for them here, Nick, to get out of this jam.
Early pitching change here, and absolutely it's something where gotta settle down out there, where again you don't want Brockway to get too large of a lead here early on. But we shall see what's going to at least end result. Again, we've seen DuBois again early in this ball game. Going back to the top of the first, they were in quite of a pickle early on. Brockway threatened. They were able to get out of that with no damage done. See if they can limit it to just one here. But again, long way to go with nobody out.
Those walks always come back to bite you. So 2 in this inning here leads to the pitching change. There was an RBI single, a couple of hits in this inning here from Brockway, but Bryson Makey will come in to pitch, try to get out of this jam or at least limit the damage here. Looks like the DuBois first baseman and third baseman are playing in. That ball is swung on and fouled off. Eli Miller, the center fielder, is up for Brockway. Oh and 1 now here. And the 0-1 from Makey is in there, strike 2. Miller was watching that one.
Don't like that though, coming out strong. First 2 pitches, 2 strikes.
Yeah, be aggressive here. Go right after him. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Curveball, a little up high.
Check the swing on that one. That was close.
Yeah, just missed high. Strikeout would be just what the doctor orders right now for DuBois. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-2. Nowhere to put him. He's got to throw a strike here, or at least soon. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that is fouled off. That was inside. Miller checked his swing. It catches the inside of his lower part of his bat there. So 2-2 remains the count. The outside corner there. Makey gets a big first out in this inning.
Yes, we do want to apologize on the radio side, as again we are having internet issues here at Brockway. The connectivity not the greatest in the world, but bear with us.
All right, here comes the right fielder Linus Chen, who takes swings and misses there, and Makey getting ahead in this count as well. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Up high, misses everybody, but comes right back to catcher Lyle here.
I want to quickly mention today's game on Connect FM. Yeah, again, you can listen to it 96.7 FM, 99.7 FM.
Here's the 1-1, and that is in there for strike 2 as Linus Chen can't catch up. 1 ball, 2 strike.
Also, too, online, you can listen to us worldwide, connectradio.fm.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Two big strikeouts here as Bryson Mackey's coming in relief.
The pitching change came at the right time for DuBois, so right now they have a chance to limit the damage to one.
And here's the 11 hitter, Lenny Freemer, the extra hitter for Brockway, an extra hitter. That ball's up high. 1-0 here.
Here's the other thing, Bob, as well, mentioning again on the radio side of where people can listen to. We are also live streaming right now on
we got all
the Proietti
fancy
Media
stuff.
YouTube channel.
That ball misses outside, so 2-0 here. Mackey falls behind here for the first time.
I almost said the Cheyenne, Wyoming radio station I used to work at, almost the call letters. I'm trying to get out of that.
And that ball is swung on and missed as Freemer's late on that one.
Stuff when you do that for 8 years and then, yeah.
Old habits die hard, don't they? 2-1 now as Mackey looks on. Here's the pitch. Fouled off. 2-2 now.
Here we go.
Mackey one strike away from getting out of a tremendous jam here as he came in with bases loaded, no outs.
This is be kind of that moment we talk about post game. Again, might determine this ball game.
Here's a 2-2 swing. He watches it looking. Strike three as Mackey comes in, strikes out three in a row to retire the side with bases loaded. And good job there from Mackey. So after 1.5, we got a 1-1 score. You're listening to DuBois Little League Baseball on Connect FM. We'll be right back after these messages.
DeLulo Transport supports our community and our Little League teams. Just like in the trucking business, the team part of teamwork is what makes winners. All of the hard work and practice has gotten you to this point, and DeLulo Transport is proud of you. So here's to all of the DuBois Little League teams. Good luck during the All-Star season, and let's play ball.
DeLulo Transport in DuBois, family owned with over 30 years experience. Their reliability to deliver on deadline is what they do best.
Each day in Pennsylvania, there's at least 15,000 children taken from their homes due to abuse or neglect. Foster parents provide homes to these needy children. Lifespan Family Services trains, supports, and compensates foster parents to address this problem. Call Lifespan Family Services today at 375-1314 or drop in at the DuBois Mall or at Lane Avenue in Punxsutawney. Lifespan Family Services, helping people help children every day. 375-1314.
Back here to Taylor Memorial Park, Bob Anderson and Nick Proietti bringing you the game here between DuBois Little League and Brockway Little League. This is the Major Little League All-Star level, 9 to 11-year-olds.
As I say, you again reminded me, I'm still learning the levels out here again. Out west, at least in Wyoming, again, we have Little League. I played Little League out there, but again, it's not as big as out here in Pennsylvania.
This is the pastime for sure in this area. Baseball big. This is actually where I grew up playing, Nick. I played on this very field. I was a Brockway player as well. So
did you make it to the All-Star team?
I did, but we weren't very good. Brings back some old memories here.
As I say, again, baseball is the old pastime out in Wyoming as well, too. But, again, we focus on the American Legion baseball out there. Again,
okay.
that's kind of the big thing out there is the high schoolers.
What position were you?
I was a pitcher.
Oh, there
Just
you
like
go.
Pops as well, too. Pops was at least pitcher as well, too.
All right. Well.
He again, fun little fact, Pops out there, again, back in Cheyenne, again, was at least set to sign with the San Diego Padres.
Oh, nice.
Had Tommy John surgery on his left arm, and there went his MLB career.
Sadly, you hear too much of that, don't you?
Well, and again, that's going back in the 70s. Again, now he sits as a radio station owner out there in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
All right, we're going to start the bottom of the second here with Jordan Lockett, the DuBois left fielder. Takes ball one there. Noah Crawford, he struggled a little bit in the first inning to find the strike zone. Settled in, limited the damage. We got a 1-1 score here. Ball two.
Yeah, bottom of the second, tie score 1-1 here between these two teams. Again, this is at least game one for both Brockway and DuBois, part of the PA District 10.
And the pitch is outside, misses the catcher's mitt and everything there. 3-0 here is.
And we saw that early with Crawford in that previous inning struggling.
It's interesting to see that from DuBois. Head coach Brandon Lau made an early change at the pitcher position. There's ball 4 as Lockett will walk to first.
Gotta wonder if Crawford might have that early hook as well too here in this ball game of things. If DuBois kind of threatens again here.
Max Sayers now comes up, an extra hitter for DuBois. And he hits a line shot into center field. That'll be a base hit, and that'll move the runner to second. So just like in the first inning, DuBois threatening right off the bat here in this inning. Runners on first and second. Catcher Alex Lyle comes to the plate here. That ball was hit right back at Noah Crawford. And Lyle shows bunt, lays one down, and he might reach. Yes, he will. Beautiful bunt. Looking to move the runners up and just laid down a perfect bunt. There was no play at all on that one.
Yeah, that baseball kind of just died there in the infield on that hard grass, hard surface, and just like that, again, nobody out. Base is loaded here for DuBois. Looking to, again, regain the lead.
Owen Bundy now, an extra hitter, wearing number 99 for DuBois. Strike 1. I don't see 99 in baseball too much. Hockey, yes.
I was going to say, that's a hockey.
Yeah. So we got the corner infielders playing in again for Brockway here as they're trying to keep this a 1-1 game. That ball gets past the catcher, but once again comes right back to them, and nobody will move.
Speaking of hockey, Game 7 tonight, Stanley Cup Finals, Edmonton Oilers against the Florida Panthers. They're in Sunrise, Florida.
Yeah, when we get some time, we got to talk about that one. Well, right now, we got bases loaded here, and a 1-1 count here from Crawford. That ball swung on and fouled off down the third base line. Ball and 2 strikes. Owen Bundy is the 10 hitter for DuBois. Rocco Morelli and Carter Hoover will follow. Ball is swung on, hit into the outfield here as it gets by the shortstop. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score. DuBois now lead. There's going to be a play at third, and he's going to be called out on the attempt to move from second to third here. So all of a sudden, we only have 1 runner still on base, but DuBois gets 2 runs there with Owen Bundy's RBI.
I was going to say, the damage was done.
Yeah. 3-1 now, DuBois.
As it looks like we might have a pitching change here for Brockway. Again, had a feeling that was the case. But either way, again, DuBois leading this ball game 3-1, bottom of the second. Yep. We're sitting right now with 1 out.
So Jason Yale comes out, and he'll make the pitching change here. We'll see if this is as effective as DuBois' pitching change in the top of the second inning here. Got a tall right-hander here for Brockway. I can't make out his name, though.
Wait for him to turn around to see that number.
All right, so Brockway looked like they were going to take the lead there in the top of the second. Only was able to tie the game at 1-0. We got, I think
that was
Decker
number 18,
kid.
yeah.
Yeah, Cole Decker. He was playing shortstop, now comes in to pitch.
Setting up the scenario right now for DuBois. Again, runner on second. Up to at least 3-1 lead here. Bottom of the second and with 1 away.
Yeah, so both teams here having a little bit of trouble with the starting pitching. We'll see what the relievers are able to do. You hate to fall behind too much early in the game. Then you're playing catch-up all day. Both teams trying to limit damage here. DuBois was able to do that. We'll see if Brockway can do it here.
This is kind of the interesting thing with postseason tournaments that, again, it's all hands on deck. And, again, it's something where don't want to use too many, at least, pitchers. Because, again, if you want to go deep in these, at least, tournaments, that got to make sure you save those arms. Again, as we mentioned, or at least you mentioned early on, again, 85 at least pitch count, max pitch for pitchers here.
That hasn't been an issue so far. But I know there's parameters on how many pitches you can have and how many days off you need and whatnot. But right now, both teams just trying to win game 1 of this tournament here.
And either team is to lose here. Again, does not mean their season is over. Again, it just means that you have to now go down to that loser's bracket. And, again, you got to win them all to at least advance on to the sectionals, which, again, for at least Major League Baseball here. Again, that would be taking place July 14th to the 18th.
And that really tests your pitching depth when you're in that loser's bracket.
The fun thing is the District 10 champion will host that.
All right, Rocco Morelli lays down a bunt, goes right back to the pitcher, and Decker makes a nice play over to first, and DuBois' runner has to stay at second. So
With 2 outs and a runner
That's
at
what you.
second.
That's what you.
Ball for
I was gonna say
DuBois.
that's what you like
Number
to see out of
2,
Brockway
Carter
early on. One
Hoover.
pitch, and just like that, you got 2 away.
that's right. It was a bunt that was just hit a little too sharply back to the pitcher. So Carter Hoover comes in to bat here, the center fielder for DuBois. He's the number 12 hitter. And then we'll go back to the top of the order. Potentially, runner on second here. Ball is hit sharply over the glove of the pitcher, Decker, who can't make the play, and it goes past the center fielder. 1 run's going to score, and Hoover is on his way to third base here. And so another RBI. DuBois once again adds to the lead here, 4-1.
An error out there in the outfield. Again, now a 3-run advantage here for DuBois.
So that looked like a chance to potentially get out of the inning. It was hit right back to the pitcher, who tried to stab it with his glove, just missed it, goes into center field and past the center fielder. And all of a sudden, runner on third, that ball is hit hard down the right field line, just foul. 1-1 now to Little, Landon Little. So they are probably charging him with an error, I'm assuming there. Call that a single. Advance to third on the air. That ball is over the head of Little. So that's ball 2. 2-1 now. Little reached on a walk in the first inning. That ball is hit sharp and into right field. That'll bring home another run here. And DuBois leads 5-1 on the RBI single from Landon Little.
With 2 outs and a runner
And
at
that's
first.
where that
Ball
error
for
in
DuBois.
center
Number
field
15,
comes back to bite you,
Axton
Nick.
Carr.
And
On top of the error, also do again at least loading up the bases as well too with those early walks.
yes,
Let's come back to hot Brockway as now they trail by 4.
Axton Carr takes ball 1. And he's swinging at that one, fouled off. 1-1 now. Carr popped out in the first inning. 5-1 lead here for DuBois in the bottom of the second. That ball is hit sharply down the third base line as Axton's mom, Ashley, has to get out of the way. Maybe you'll be hearing about that one tonight. Good reflexes, though, from Ashley over there and as the third base coach for DuBois. All right, got a ball and 2 strikes here as Decker tries to get out of the inning for Brockway. Again, fouled off down the third base line. Cole Decker started at shortstop, came in relief here for Brockway in this inning. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the offering, hit to the third baseman, over to first. It eludes the first baseman over his head, and now Hoover moves up to third. Runners on the corners here on the error. So the error's coming back to hurt Brockway as well in this inning.
2 outs. Now
Definitely
up for
Brockway
DuBois.
rushed that
Number
throw, caused the
22,
error again well over the
Bryson
first baseman's
Mackey.
head. So again, Brockway desperately trying to get out of this half inning.
Bryson Mackey comes up. And the pitch hit into center field. That's going to drop in front of the center fielder. A run will score. Carr trying to get the third. The tag is high, and he gets under the tag, is safe. Runners on the corners now. And DuBois continues to pile on here. That's their 5th run in the inning.
Looks like we have a quick little injury timeout. Looks like we're going to dust him off over at third. He's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's going to walk that one off, it looks like.
6-1 advantage here, DuBois. You want to mention again in this postseason tournament, or at least with Little League, again, that 10-1 rule does apply or can apply. Again, I do believe again it should be after the 4th or 5th inning.
Now up for DuBois. Number 20.
I know with at least in American Legion it's after 5. Little League it might be different.
Yeah, we'll have to get the rules on that. And Blasco comes in to bat. It's going to be popped over into the right field side. It looks like that's a fair ball, so he's going to advance. Now the DuBois runner gets to third on the throwing error. Runners at second and third now as Carr scores. That looked like a foul ball from our vantage point, but it must have just caught the line
It
there.
was right on the lane, right on the line. Again, Brockway had a chance at making the play there, and kind of played a little hot potato with the baseball.
All right, so we got let's see, Dylan Colby up again, who hit a sacrifice fly at the first RBI of the game in the first inning. Runners on second and third, chance to add to this lead. That ball is fouled off down the third base side, 1-1 now with 2 outs. DuBois has scored 6 runs in this inning to open up a nice little lead. And the 1-1 pitch swung on again a little early, so fouled off down the third base line.
I love the aggressiveness, even though, again, they have a 6-run advantage here with DuBois. Again, they're still aggressive on the base paths. They're trying to end this one early.
Base hit would add 2 more, perhaps. That ball is going to be popped over to the third baseman, and Noah Crawford makes a nice diving play to end the inning here, but not before the damage is done. DuBois scores 6 in the inning to take a 7-1 lead after two innings. It's DuBois 7, Brockway 1. We'll be right back on Connect FM as you're listening to DuBois Little League All-Star Baseball.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Looking for a car but can't get credit? Royers has yours and we'll see that you get it. If you got an income and something down, you're approved and you're driving around.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322, yes, you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Star Trekking wishes the DuBois Little League teams good luck during the 2024 All-Star season. Right now, Star Trekking is looking for players to join their team. Now hiring day cab drivers in the Pittsburgh, Ohio, and West Virginia region. Shift work, guaranteed pay, 7 days a week hauling sand for the oil and gas industry. Apply online at startrekking.com.
In Brockway, as DuBois leads 7-1 now as we go to the top of the third inning. That second inning will probably prove pivotal here if things don't change in this game, as both teams really had chances to score runs. DuBois was able to get out of a jam, bringing in Bryson Makey in the top of the second for 3 straight Ks.
I was going to say, the important thing to look back at least in that bottom of the second, where, again, DuBois gains now the 6-run advantage. Again, they did a lot of that damage with 2 outs. Again, we had the pitching change with Brockway, got that second out, and then DuBois, again, aggressive at the plate, again, good, solid hits as well, too. Now here we are, 7-1 advantage DuBois.
And we're back at the top of the order for Brockway as Nolan Konendijk takes ball 1. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Konendijk, the catcher for Brockway. He reached on an error in the first inning, but was thrown out at home. There's strike 2 as he swings and misses at that one. And Makey delivers the 1-2, going with the off-speed stuff, but misses high. 2-2 now. Konendijk. And the pitch. Inside, Konendijk has to jump out of the way of that one, so that will bring up a full count. As we get to the top of the order, Brockway really does need to answer here, get some life back in the dugout there. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and that is up high, so Konendijk will reach on the walk here.
First and no one out. Now up for Brockway, number 18, Cole Decker.
Cole Decker will stand in for Brockway. Came in relief, started at shortstop. He singled in the first. That ball is poked out of play.
Please return all foul balls.
That'll be a souvenir for the fans in attendance. Again, great crowd on hand here for this ball game. Again, hopefully a lot of focus soon, making the 10-mile drive from DuBois.
Here's the 0-1, swing and a miss there from Decker. 0-2 now.
Again, apologies on the radio side. We are aware of, again, audio issues. Again, dealing with a connectivity issue here in Brockway.
There's the 0-2. Just misses low. 1-2. Decker was watching that one a little too close for comfort there. 1-2 now. Swing, and that ball hit him, it looks like, on a foul tip. So he will brush that one off and walk it off. Umpire calls timeout here.
Give it a chance to kind of walk that off. A little stinger there. Let's us size up. And again, nobody out. Runner on first. Here we are, top of the third.
Bryson Makey takes the sign here. He winds. Pitches. That ball's hit sharply to the shortstop. Over to the second for one. Over to first. Not in time, but does get the lead runner there. Good play by DuBois. Really hard to double up players at this level.
21, Brock, Yale.
Good play there. That ball was hit hard to the shortstop. Brock Yale now stands in. He's swinging at the first pitch. Pop up to the third baseman, and that'll be out number 2 here. You gotta love those one pitch outs.
And a runner on first. Now up for Brockway.
Especially as you're trying to save arm here in this game, at least first game. 2 away, runner on first, still for Brockway.
Noah Crawford now comes into bat. He struck out in the first inning. Here's the pitch, going to be grounded to the shortstop, over to the second baseman, and that'll do it for the inning. Good play there from DuBois. No runs, no hits, and no errors. That will make the score 7-1 after 2.5 innings. We'll be back to see what those DuBois bats can do. You're listening to DuBois Little League Baseball on Connect FM. Right back after this.
Star Trucking wishes the DuBois Little League teams good luck during the 2024 All-Star season. Right now, Star Trucking is looking for players to join their team. Now hiring day cab drivers in the Pittsburgh, Ohio, and West Virginia region. Shift work, guaranteed pay, 7 days a week hauling sand for the oil and gas industry. Apply online at startrucking.com. That's startrucking.com. Making trucking great again.
Buck's Pizza wishes the best of luck to all of our Little League All-Stars. Your dedication and hard work has paid off, and they are proud of you. Congratulations on a great season. Buck's invites you to fuel up before the game or refuel after a delicious $7.99 pick-a-meal. Or get a family special starting at $17.99. They look forward to serving you. Find their entire menu at buckspizza.com. Good, better, Bucks.
Back here at Taylor Memorial Park, DuBois leading 7-1 here over Brockway. Scored 6 in the second inning to open up the big lead here, and they're looking to add to it here in the bottom of the third inning. Just a beautiful night here. Bob Anderson and Nick Proietti bringing you this game.
Looking at current temperature right now, again 77 degrees. Your game time temp. Again, slight breeze. Again, trying to get my bearings here. I think out of the easterly winds.
Yeah, it's kind of a crosswind here.
First up for DuBois,
And
the bottom of the third inning
Vince Davidson will lead things off here for DuBois. He grounded out to the third baseman in the first inning.
So we get the home plate, at least dust it off here. It's 7-1 advantage here for DuBois. Looking to add more here.
You can hear that breeze blowing in here. Here's Cole Decker's first pitch is outside for ball one. Brockway struggling with the walks here. That hurt him in the first couple innings. Decker gets one in there as Davidson is late on that. Swing 1-1.
Enjoy the slight breeze out west. It's about 3 times as worse. You get those strong winds off of the Rocky Mountains, where I come from.
2-1 now.
Sometimes you think it's a hurricane coming by.
And I'd like to see that someday. Just visit though. That ball is fouled off of Davidson. He'll walk that one off here, 2-2.
Absolutely gorgeous country. Denver, Colorado, we'll get all the way up to Wyoming.
Big Sky country, right?
That's Montana.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was all Big Sky out there.
Once you get to Denver, that's pretty much where the sky ends.
2-2 now. And the pitch is outside. Ball 3, 3-2. Full count here. 7-1. DuBois leading in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 there.
Got him with a high one there. Strikeout. Just like that, one away.
Now up for DuBois, number 21, Jordan Lockett.
Jordan Lockett now will come to the plate. He walked in the second inning to start off that big inning for DuBois. Here's the pitch. First pitch swung on hard. Second baseman knocks it down, but he's not going to have a play at first as Lockett was running hard out of the box.
Good recovery there. That was a hard hit ball. Tough play.
First and 1 out. Now up for DuBois, number 24.
I'd imagine that one gets scored as an error, though.
That's kind of a tough one. Like I said, that was a line drive right at him.
Yep, he did the right thing. He stayed in front of it, knocked it down, just couldn't make the play at first. Here is the first pitch here is strike 1 to Max Sayers.
Brockway chancer for a double play ball to end the inning.
Sayers singled in inning number 2. There's a hard hit ball into center field, and he will advance runner to second now. DuBois with runners on first and second here.
And runners on first and second. Now up for DuBois, number 45, Alex Lyle.
And Alex Lyle will come to the plate. He also singled in the second inning. Here's the pitch. Down low, ball 1. Decker came in relief for Brockway in the second inning. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a gap shot into left field. The runners will move up. And all of a sudden we have bases loaded again as DuBois threatens to pile on here.
You got the mercy rule runner right now at the plate for DuBois.
Owen Bundy.
Owen Bundy comes to the plate, an extra hitter. We're not sure about the inning totals for that, though, are we? There's a swing and a miss from Bundy.
I think once we take a break, we'll get the clarification there. Getting either 4 or 5. I think it's 5.
Yeah, we're only in inning number 3 here.
But it definitely puts that pressure early on, though, against Brockway if DuBois is able to.
Here's the pitch hit into left field. The left fielder comes on, makes the catch. They're going to tag up and score a run here. And that'll make the score 8-1. So a sac fly there from Owen Bundy.
With 2 outs,
adds to the DuBois lead.
Now up for DuBois, number 3, Rocco.
And Rocco Morelli will come to the plate here with runners on first and second. Takes ball 1 up high. Morelli is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and that is in. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1-1 now to Morelli. Playing right field today. DuBois wearing their white pants, white jerseys. That ball is hit into right field, high into right field. The right fielder comes on, cannot make the catch, and that'll bring home a runner for DuBois. And now they got runners on first and second as they continue to try to add to this lead.
Make it 9-1 advantage now for DuBois.
Now up for DuBois, number 2, Carter Hoover.
As I mentioned, 2 away, runners at first and second here. As we're going to have a timeout call.
33.
Umpires asking for a pitch count here on Decker. That's 33 pitches.
As Brockway again determining right now what to do.
That's strike 1 to Carter Hoover. Might be trying to save Decker for future outing here.
Especially as the way things are going right now for Brockway. Again, you're looking for your best arms if you're going to head down that loser's bracket.
Ball's up high, 1-1. Runners on first and second here for DuBois. Alex Lyle on second, Rocco Morelli on first. Ball's outside to Carter Hoover. 2-1 now. Hoover singled in the second. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That's going to reach into the outfield, right between the right fielder and the center fielder. 1 run will score, and they'll hold the other runner up at third. Nice double there from Carter Hoover to extend the DuBois lead to 10-1 here.
We'll see if DuBois is going to, at least now on the base running path, going to kind of take it station to station, as it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here out of Brockway.
Yep, it looks like that's going to do it for Decker, as I believe Brock Yale comes in, and we'll throw a couple warm-up pitches. Boy, you can see the velocity with him.
He's going to throw some high heat. And as we stand right now, DuBois 10, Brockway 1, bottom of third, 2 away, runner over at second. Take this opportunity right now to thank our fine sports sponsors here on Connect FM. I'd like to thank Star Trucking, Lifespan Family Services, DuLulu Transport, Buck's Pizza, Infuse IV Bar, Napa Auto Parts, Smith's Lawn and Landscape, and Royers 322 Motors.
So we'll have DuBois with runners on second and third here, and Landon Little, the leadoff hitter for DuBois, will come back up. This will be his third plate appearance, and he has one single, 1 walk in the game. Right now, this game could have been a whole lot different had things turned out differently for Brockway in the top of the second there. They had a chance to really take a nice lead.
Not even just the top of the second. Go back to, again, early on, top of the first. They had 2 threatening opportunities. Again, I do believe bases loaded early on to start this ball game. So, again, Brockway's had chances, just couldn't capitalize. And, again, at least DuBois here is taking advantage of some solid hits. A couple errors in that, at least bottom of the second. And here we stand again. They are 9-run advantage here.
And again, doing it with 2 outs. All right, so Landon Little stands in here trying to extend the lead here. Here's the pitch from Yale. Hard throwing right-hander, misses inside there for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, swing on and miss there from Little.
Evens up the count at 1-1.
And the 1-1 pitch from Yale. Just a bit low there, 2-1 now. You can definitely see the speed difference here from Yale.
He's just got to get the control down here.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. 2-2 now as Little tries to catch up to that hard the velocity we're seeing here from Yale. 2-2 now. 2 outs, 2 runners on. And the pitch down low.
Kind of equate him to what again? I'll keep it on a Pittsburgh Pirate-esque way of, again, Roldis Chapman. Again, high heater.
There we go. All 4 as that ball gets away from the catcher. The runner from third comes in, and he's going to be safe as there's a play at the plate, but he just beats the throw.
Try to give him kind of a bear hug tag on that one.
Yeah, he didn't even slide. It just a weird play there, but almost got him. So that makes it 11-1. All right, they're saying that they have to slide into home, and now Henry Ho's going to conference with the other umpires.
We'll see if that at least gets determined to at least be the third out. Again, I think that might be the case of scenario here. Might eliminate that run off the board.
And yeah, that is going to be out number 3 as they do have to slide into home at that point. He just came in standing up. And so that'll end the inning. But DuBois does add on 3 more runs in this inning. And after 3 innings, lead 10-1. We will be right back here as you're listening to DuBois Little League All-Star Baseball on Connect FM.
Buck's Pizza wishes the best of luck to all of our Little League All-Stars. Your dedication and hard work has paid off, and they are proud of you. Congratulations on a great season. Buck's invites you to fuel up before the game or refuel after a delicious $7.99 pick-a-meal. Or get a family special starting at $17.99. They look forward to serving you. Find their entire menu at buckspizza.com. Good, better, Bucks.
DeLulo Transport supports our community and our Little League teams. Just like in the trucking business, the team part of teamwork is what makes winners. All of the hard work and practice has gotten you to this point, and DeLulo Transport is proud of you. So here's to all of the DuBois Little League teams. Good luck during the All-Star season, and let's play ball.
DeLulo Transport in DuBois, family owned with over 30 years experience. Their reliability to deliver on deadline is what they do best.
Here at the Taylor Memorial Park as we bring you DuBois' first game in this major Little League All-Star competition here. DuBois leads 10-1 here as we go into the top half of the fourth inning. We're waiting for
got the what is it, the fire alarm or tornado warning?
well,
I always get
is
confused
it
out
7 o'clock?
here.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, so we got the fire alarm, but we don't have anybody warming up, so that we're just wondering. We're also learning roles here, so in the last half inning, DuBois was threatening, but out number 3 came on a pass ball. Looked like the DuBois runner was safe, but apparently you do have to slide into home at that point in the game, and so
As right now looking over
That
my
was out
left-hand
number 3.
shoulder, again, it looks like the crew out here talking to someone outside of the field. Again, not sure if that is tournament officials possibly about what just previously happened. Either way, and right now it is 10-1. Again, it should be top of the fourth with Brockway coming up. Again, if it is, again, DuBois will have an opportunity at the bottom of the fourth to at least end this game early. Again, we did get confirmation on that. Again, it is 4 innings for that 10-run rule. So again, right now, Cruz up. Okay, they are confirming that previous play, that again, no slide at home is an out. So again, we will move on, and Brockway will come up to bat. And every time I hear these alarms out here, again, I've lived here for over a year now. I keep on thinking, I'm always worried about tornadoes or something like that.
yeah, we don't get too many tornadoes here, but
I always
know
look to
that
the sky and I look for black, but it's like it's blue skies. What's going on?
sometimes you get those alarms at 6 o'clock in some areas. Here in Brockway, it must be at 7 o'clock. But anyhow, I'm looking out at that beautiful view out there in center field. We got lots of fans lying in the outfield here and people playing in the park. Just a beautiful summer night here. And you got to love that we have All-Star Baseball back here. Got to love to see it.
Yes, here we are again in the heat, at least the heart of the PA District 10 tournaments, again for major, junior, and senior baseball as well, which again all 3 levels we will carry here on Connect FM, along with also to our sister station, Sunny 106. So again, stay tuned to again see where we'll be at throughout this entire postseason tournament action. Again, I know next up for us will be Wednesday's action. Again, will it be a part of the loser bracket or the winner bracket? Again, determines on DuBois if they're able to get it done here in this ball game. Again, we know for certain, though, for both squads, both teams will have a game coming up on Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Where and who still to be determined.
Well, if Brockway is going to mount a comeback, they need to get it started right here in the top of the fourth as they trail by 9. Looks like Brian Zamorowski will come to the plate. Quentin Lyons will follow, and Rylan Kuhar. Bryson Makey still in to pitch here for DuBois as he came in relief in the second and has done a very good job.
Not gonna lie, I smell like, what is that, funnel cake out here? It smells good.
I don't know if it's a funnel cake or not, but it does smell good. Bryson Makey now. Lines and delivers up high to Zamorowski, who reached on a walk in the second inning. One way or another, Nick, we got to get out of here by 8 to watch Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. There's strike number 1. Do you have a prediction on that game?
The prediction went out of the way where, again, Oilers at least winning off at least, 3 straight.
Yeah,
You know,
going for the reverse sweep. That 1-1 pitch is popped up to the pitcher, and Makey will retire that one. 1 out.
Do you pull for the Canadian team or for the Florida Panthers that are looking for one? Again, I think you go to the team at home, give the home ice advantage to the Florida Panthers.
Wow, yeah, the momentum is all in Edmonton's favor right now, but you know how that goes in hockey. That can change real quick. One goal can change that. Quentin Lyons comes up to the plate here. He has he's got a hit in the second inning. Strike 2, so make quickly out in front of him, 0-2 here.
The only thing with tonight's Stanley Cup matchup, Game 7, again, whoever wins is just holding the cup, keeping it warm for the Vegas Golden Knights next year.
There's a third strike here as the ball gets past the catcher, but they will throw him out at first. So quickly, two outs here in the fourth inning.
Brockway's number 3,
Rylan Kuhar comes to the plate here, first baseman for Brockway.
Brockway looking for any sort of momentum here to get back into this ball game.
Kuhar has the only RBI for Brockway right now. In the second inning, there's a strike one, singled. Oh, and 1 now to Kuhar. Here's the pitch. Outside for ball one. 1-1 now. Brockway trails by 9 here in the top of the fourth.
The pitcher right out for DuBois has just been on fire since he's come into this ball game.
Strike 2 there as he blows that one by him. 1-2. Yeah, Makey doing a great job here for DuBois in relief. Landon Little started the game. Here's the 1-2 offering. Just misses on the outside corner. Didn't miss by much there.
He wanted that call, was waiting for it.
All right, 2-2 now. 2 outs, nobody on here. Top of the fourth, here's the pitch. And swung on and missed from Kuhar. That'll retire the Brockway order for this inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Makey, and after 3.5 innings, DuBois leads 10-1 against Brockway. You're listening to DuBois Little League Baseball on Connect FM. We'll be right back after this.
DeLulo Transport supports our community and our
Each
Little
day
League
in
team.
Pennsylvania, there's at least 15,000 children taken from their homes due to abuse or neglect. Foster parents provide homes to these needy children. Lifespan Family Services trains, supports, and compensates foster parents to address this problem. Call Lifespan Family Services today at 375-1314 or drop in at the DuBois Mall or at Lane Avenue in Punxsutawney. Lifespan Family Services, helping people help children every day. 375-1314.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Looking for a car but can't get credit? Royers has yours and we'll see that you get it. If you got an income and something down, you're approved and you're driving around.
Warriors 322, we've got credit just for you, so you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322, yes, you're guaranteed approved. Warriors 322.
Taylor Memorial Park as we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. Brockway, they're the visitors, even though they're on their home field, as DuBois won the coin toss. So DuBois looking to pile on. Now they are 1 run away from taking that 10-run lead. We are not sure if it's 4 innings or 5 innings. That's the 10-run rule. We were told 4 innings, but I'm not sure that that's confirmed. So
We will see from home plate umpire if he calls it as soon as if DuBois is able to score that 1 run. Do want to quickly mention again schedule, looking at for other DuBois teams, junior baseball. They'll have their first contest June 29th.
strike 1 there to Axon Carr, who stands in.
That will be DuBois at home. They'll be taking on Punxsutawney. That'll be a 4 o'clock game.
What night is that?
That is June 29th. That is Saturday.
Okay.
And then same with Saturday. DuBois on the senior side. They'll be on the road. They'll be in Cameron County, Emporium. 4 o'clock start time for that ball game. As both of those games that Saturday we will attempt to bring to you on both Connect FM and Sunny 106.
We got 1-1 now to Axon Carr. That ball is down low as Yale is the pitcher for Brockway right now. Brock Yale.
We have timeout called by Brockway. Not sure what the issue is right now with the staff on Brockway. The home plate umpire is going to go over and chat with them very quickly. Not sure if they're arguing balls and strikes.
It's talking to head coach Jason Yale. I used to play against Jason years ago. Good player. Hit his fair share of balls out of this park.
As we're going to resume the ball game, 2-1 the count.
All right, the pitch from Yale here. Swung on a miss from Carr. Just a bit late as Yale is a hard thrower. 2-2 now. And the windup, the pitch. fouled off. Just does get a piece of that one.
Kept alive on that, kind of just hack at it. 2-2 count. Getting the American flag off to our right again, stiff left to right.
And that ball is swung on a miss, but it gets past the catcher. Carr is going to reach on the pass ball there. That'll go down as a strikeout, but yet Carr will reach on the pass ball there.
Just like that, the go-ahead run there on first for DuBois. If again this game is to end here in the bottom of the fourth.
Bryson Makey comes in. He is 1 for 1 as he walked in the first and then singled in the third, or the second, I should say. Back up here in the fourth, swung on and quickly Yale out ahead in this count, 0-2. And the 0-2 swung on a miss, that's strike 3. And one out here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now up for DuBois.
Mason
Number 20,
Blasco, the
Mason
third
Blasco.
baseman, comes up. He also singled in that big second inning for DuBois. That ball's outside. 1-0.
As again, right now, Yell on the mound for Brockway again. You know he's just going for that #1 pitch.
He's just throwing all heaters. That ball is swung on a miss, but it gets past the catcher, and Axton Carr will move up to second. So that 10th run, that, well, the could be the 11th run, but that could give him a 10-run rule if he does score, we think. That ball's fouled off. 1-2 now.
Like I said, I know with American Legion it's 5. That's high school. Again, Little League might be different.
Yeah, 9 to 11-year-olds here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Again, goes off the catcher's glove, and Axton Carr quickly finds himself over at third base. All right, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. Axton Carr, just 60 feet away, I believe, in the Little League level. Here's the pitch. Swung on chopper to second. That's going to bring home Carr. Barehanded play, beautiful play by the Brockway second baseman to get the out, but that will score Carr. 2 outs, so nobody. We're going to continue on here, it looks like.
So it's going to be 5.
Must
then.
be the 5th inning, yeah. All right.
Now up for DuBois.
So an
Number 30,
RBI
Dylan Colby.
from Blasco. That was a nice little play there, barehander. Strike 1 here to Colby. And that ball is in the dirt, 1-1. So DuBois leads 11-1 here.
Again, the 10-run advantage is in effect, though, so again, does put that pressure on to Brockway into the top of the 5th.
Need to score to keep the game going. 2-1 now. 2 outs. Colby had a sac fly in the first inning, popped out in the second inning. There's a ball that's going to be hit down the first base line. That'll get by the first baseman. Colby is chugging around first, heading for second. He's going to go for 3. The ball is going to be brought in, but no play at third. So Colby with a triple here in the bottom half of the 4th inning.
With 2 outs.
As DuBois tries to add another run, leading 11-1.
Give credit to this DuBois team. Their composure again with 2 outs. Again, 2-out magic happening again here in the 4th.
And Davidson, was he hit by a pitch there?
I
Looks
do
like
believe,
it.
yeah, I do believe so. So just like that, runners at the corners.
2 outs and runners on the corner brings up number
Must have
21,
just got a
Jordan
piece of him there.
Lockett.
All right, so runners on the corners. Jordan Lockett, the batter, ball outside. And that ball gets past the catcher. Davidson moves up. Now runners on second and third.
Yeah, losing a little bit of control on the mound right now, trying to collect back that composure.
Swung on there and missed. And that ball gets past the catcher, and nobody's going to move up, though. They couldn't find the ball there for a second.
Respect that out of DuBois. Again, not a little too aggressive on the base paths. Again, you got the 10-run lead.
Yes. 1-1 pitch now coming to Lockett. Ball outside. Yale is the 3rd pitcher for Brockway in this game. Timeout here from the umpire. And it looks like
First base ump going to come and discuss things. Not sure exactly what about. Possibly Are we looking at a box situation? And we're going to bring in the third base umpire as well, too.
Conference going on here.
Yeah, winner of this contest, again, we'll play this Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Again, not sure what the location will be. Again, the winner of the Warren and St. Mary's contest, that's who they will be facing.
And they're playing right now, right?
Yep. Again, right now, the other matchup's part of the major tournament here in PA District 10. Kane at Bradford. Well, excuse me, that was actually a couple days ago. Actually, it's going to be Brookville at Punxsutawney. Warren and St. Mary's, and then our contest here in Brockway against DuBois. As again, we stand right now bottom of the fourth, 11-1 advantage to DuBois. Again, as right now, this is a tournament that's set to at least crown a champion all the way in July 8th. Sectionals July 14th to the 18th. Again, the District 10 champion will host that. As right now, not sure what the discussion is between the crew out there. Again, they are looking at.
Looks like they're looking up a roll on their phone there.
Are they trying to determine is it 4 or 5? Again,
yeah, could it be the 10-run roll? We're not sure, huh?
All right. Home plate umpire is going to talk with Brockway very quickly with the head coaches. And it might be that confirmation saying, hey, it might be ball game.
So DuBois is leading 11-1 here. They did score the 11th run in this inning. We thought maybe that would be the end of the game. Weren't sure if it was a 4-inning game or the 5-inning game. Now it looks like they're going over to talk to Scott Frano, who's in attendance here today.
The tournament director, and see what he knows on the situation.
Yeah, we're just going to stay here with you here as we wait for confirmation on that.
Absolutely. Again, thank you to everyone tuning in. 96.7 FM, 99.7 FM, Connect Radio. ConnectRadio.fm as well too online for the audio stream. And again, the Proietti Media YouTube channel, as we're going to attempt to video stream majority of the Little League games here. That's what they brought me on for.
Well, it's a nice little view I'm looking at there on the screen, Nick. You got that set up very nicely.
Oh, yeah. I've been at least, 8+ years out west. Bring my talents out east. Kind of did a LeBron.
Well, it's just it's a beautiful backdrop out there as you see that park in the background there. All the people and the tents set up out there.
The good thing about out here in the east, at least eastern U.S., is again it's green this time of the year. Out west, it's usually brown and dead.
Well, we're heading in that direction if we don't get some rain here soon. All right, so that looks like it's a ball game, ladies and gentlemen, as they, after conferencing, determine it is 4 innings for the 10-run roll, and DuBois, since they are the home team, scoring since they're batting in the bottom half of the 4th inning, they score their the 10-run roll margin, and that'll do it here as DuBois takes the first game in this Little League tournament for them. They're doing their handshakes here, and so we'll get it all sorted out, and we'll bring you the post game here right after these messages. You're listening to DuBois Little League All-Star Baseball on Connect FM.
Star Trucking wishes the DuBois Little League teams good luck during the 2024 All-Star season. Right now, Star Trucking is looking for players to join their team. Now hiring day cab drivers in the Pittsburgh, Ohio, and West Virginia region. Shift work, guaranteed pay, 7 days a week hauling sand for the oil and gas industry. Apply online at startrucking.com. That's startrucking.com. Making trucking great again.
Buck's Pizza wishes the best of luck to all of our Little League All-Stars. Your dedication and hard work has paid off, and they are proud of you. Congratulations on a great season. Buck's invites you to fuel up before the game or refuel after a delicious $7.99 pick-a-meal. Or get a family special starting at $17.99. They look forward to serving you. Find their entire menu at buckspizza.com. Good, better, Bucks.
Back here to Taylor Memorial Park as DuBois wins their opening contest here in the Major Little League All-Star bracket here as they defeat Brockway 11-1 in 4 innings. Nick, this could have been a whole lot different game if things had turned out differently for Brockway. Early in this contest, they had some chances, just weren't able to take advantage. And on the flip side, DuBois was able to really take advantage when they had the opportunities.
Give kudos to this Brockway team. They threatened early, had a couple chances first and second inning. And again, they got it bases loaded with nobody out, but again, just could not capitalize. That's a big thing. Again, now you give credit to DuBois and their pitching to at least stave off any chances for Brockway. Bats were aggressive. They took advantage of the errors committed by Brockway this afternoon as well, too. So for DuBois, again, it was a decisive victory. Again, something that they got to build upon as now they move on to the winner's bracket. Again, they will have their next contest June 26th, this Wednesday, 6 p.m. Again, they will take on the winner of Warren and St. Mary's. Again, that is determined right now, or at least, again, that game ongoing as well, too, with the other three. So, again, we'll see with that. Brockway, they will move down to the loser's bracket. They will play as well, too, Wednesday, June 26th. Where they will be, who they will take on, again, to be determined. That contest, they would take on the loser between Warren and St. Mary's. So that's how it sizes up. Either way, again, that Wednesday contest will bring you here live on Connect FM. Again, looking forward to that broadcast as DuBois, again, one step closer to advancing to the sectionals. Again, July 14th to the 18th. They're looking to be that host team as well, too, here in the major tournament, part of Little League postseason play. Take this opportunity right now to thank our fine sports sponsors here on Connect FM. I'd like to thank Star Trucking, Lifespan Family Services, Delulu Transport, Buck's Pizza, Infuse IV Bar, Napa Auto Parts, Smith's Lawn and Landscape, and Royers 322 Motors. Bob, what do you got for me?
Well, I was just going to give a shout out to Bryson Makey, who came in relief. He did not start the game for DuBois, but he came in the second inning with bases loaded and no outs. He was able to retire the side, 3 strikeouts to get out of that inning, and that's really what set DuBois up for that big bottom half of the second inning where they scored 6 runs to take a 7-1 lead, and that was really the ball game after that. Bryson Makey finishes, only pitched 2 innings, but gave up 0 hits, 0 runs, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. So a big game from Bryson Makey.
He was the key difference again with him in relief. Again, that was a turning point. Shut down Brockway. They could not do anything, at least on the offensive side. So give credit to him. That is an arm that you want deep into this postseason. So again, watch for him to come back and see if he gets kind of a starting role, at least down the line for DuBois as they advance here in this Little League postseason. But absolutely, again, pitching I think was the key factor here today for DuBois. That is why, again, they're moving on and advancing in the winner side of the tournament.
All right, Nick. Well, it was a pleasure. Enjoyed broadcasting with you here live. Again, join us on Wednesday as we continue this All-Star bracket for Nick Proietti. I'm Bob Anderson. Thanks for joining us here on DuBois Little League Baseball on Connect FM.